What's going on, you guys? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV.
And this is Aaron Wiles Out TV, and I'm young, fresh, and new.
You almost fucked it up, but you caught
I
yourself.
I know.
All right, you guys, we're here for the last episode of Young, Fresh, and New. And we have YouTube vlogger based out of New York City, Aaron Wiles Out. Okay.
Hey
This is
everybody.
this is someone that I know personally. This is someone that I constantly have to I think y'all get what I'm trying to say. However, he's here, and I felt like he was one person that I really wanted to do this with, and I feel like at the end of it all, he deserves to be seen. And I know as we record this, he's headed towards 1K. So maybe when this airs, he'll already be there. But at the but at this particular point, he's here. So we're gonna start this thing off with well, before we start it off, first of all, thank you for doing this. I appreciate it. Most definitely, I appreciate this.
I
So
appreciate you.
first things first. Um what made you want to start a YouTube channel? What made you want to be a content creator?
That's definitely easy. I was in high school. I was in high school in some class. And that's when YouTube was like on the rise. It was like
Mm-hmm.
old YouTube, like
Woo.
2000 and like I got in high school 2006.
Mm-hmm.
So around that time, my first introduction to a black content creator is Kevin from the Scorpion Show.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I would log into YouTube, his video would pop up. Every time, I'm not even looking for this person, but every time I log in, I see Kevin's video. And I'm like, why does YouTube want me to see this person's video? And I was like, okay, let me just check it out. Fell in love with it. And a little tidbit, I have a little bit of a crush on Kevin. A little bit of a crush. I have a little bit. But
Oh my
yeah,
god.
first introduction to you to why I wanted to get into YouTube is because of content creators like Kevin and Mikhail, Bondi, Brian B, and you most definitely. You know, it's the list goes on. The list goes on.
You said Brian B. Lord, that's old school. Oh my god.
I still watch until this day. Still
Yes,
do.
I still do too. Like I do too.
I love him.
So we got into why you wanted to be a content creator. So who are you watching on YouTube before you started? Because it's one thing it's one thing to want to do a YouTube channel, but of course you're
Mhm.
watching people, and then sometimes it's like, oh, I can do this. So who are you watching before you got on YouTube? And I'm pretty sure it's probably a lot of people, so you don't have to name everybody, but you can name the people that you can think of off the top of your head.
The top of my head is definitely the OGs, like Kevin and Mikhail, the Scorpion Show, um, Brian B. Uh, if we're going back, it would be Nina from Kentucky, K
Oh
Rock, and
yes.
you four were like I constantly went to your channel,
Hmm.
constantly. And you, particularly, you already know. I'm not gonna tell that story again because
Oh
I
my
know
goodness.
people are like, I don't want you to tell that story. But your Bad Girls Club's review caught me first,
Hmm.
and that's when like I really got into Bad Girls Club. So yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
so it's one thing to watch people on YouTube, but it's another thing to be inspired by people from YouTube. So is there anybody that inspired you to be like, you know, I can do this too? Because for me, when I first when I was watching YouTube, I was watching Kevin. I was watching Much Love from KY. I was watching Brian B Like You. I was watching Spoken Reasons. I was watching Sweet Addictions TV. I was watching
Mhm.
all of them. But the person that made me want to do it was Kevin. Like I would sit there every single week and wait for his videos to come out. Like I watch every single one. The ones when he was sitting on top of the house, the one he's sitting in the living room, everybody's in the house walking through having something to say. Like I watched all of them. And I knew that watching Kevin and Mikhail, I knew that I wanted to do this. They made me want to do it. So who made you want to do it? It could be more than one person.
Well, two in particular, I would constantly give them praise.
Mm-hmm.
It was Kevin and Brian B.
Mm-hmm.
Them two, Kevin and Mikhail and Brian B, because they were so off script. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
felt like a lot of people that I watch, other than black creators, I felt like they were more scripted. Like that's not really how they are. Like I just felt it felt robotic to me.
Mm-hmm.
But they were crazy. Like no, like the interruptions that Kevin. Remember the interruptions in the
Mm-hmm.
house? They had
Right.
to like tell people to shut up. So I remember those, and Brian B being coochiness. Like I still remember coochiness. COOCHINESS. So it's like
Hilarious.
hilarious. Like I just it's those two made me want to do it.
Okay, so now that we know why you wanted to do YouTube, who did you watch and who inspired you? As a smaller content creator that's on the come up, what would you say is what are the things that you would say would be your hurdles and your obstacles and your struggles as a content creator on the rise, because when you're a smaller YouTuber, you do have setbacks, you do have hurdles to climb, obstacles, sometimes you may feel overlooked sometimes. So what are your struggles as a content creator?
What are my struggles? When I first started my channel, it used to be consistency.
Hmm.
Consistency played a large part to where I started off really, really slow, and I
Hmm.
really didn't know a lot, and I really had to look on YouTube to figure out how to do YouTube. So basically, everything I've known thus far that's leading like to right now, I have learned on YouTube. Um, like how to do professional thumbnails and get into the algorithm is the most hurdle, and also just people liking the video, I think.
Hmm.
And I feel like a lot of people really get in their mind a lot like, damn, why I'm not seeing this results? Why? Because I'm funny, I'm entertaining. Um, I have a big person. I have a big personality, so it's like I think you really think in your mind that like people really should fuck with me. Like,
Yeah.
should really fuck with me. Like I'm really like I'm off the cuff. I'm a little dizzy at times. I'm crazy as fuck because I could just go snap, like go through emotions quickly, and people be like, "What the fuck? He went off, and now he's like happy, like you know."
Right.
So people probably can't really digest me a little bit, but I think once they get to know that person behind camera, or just see an inkling of that person, you can see, oh, he's actually cool. Like he's funny, little dizzy, but I think that's the you know, little
Well,
hurdles and stuff.
I will say this because when did you start your YouTube channel? Was it 20?
Uh, two actually November 12th, 2019.
Oh wow. Okay, so
So
it hasn't been that long. Okay,
it
so
hasn't been that
I asked that question to everybody that did this. Every single person that did this, I asked this question to. And
long.
some of their struggles are everybody's struggles are kind of similar. So the biggest thing that I stress to people is knowing what kind of content you want to put out. Always being consistent in putting out your content, and also never focusing on the numbers, because a lot of the times we all become number whores and always looking at numbers and shit. If a video don't do the way you want it to, then you feel like it's a fail, or it's things like that. Because I know for me, I told this story to somebody, I don't know which person it was, but that was doing Young Fresh and New. But I can say that I started October 27th, 2010. The first 2 years from 2010 to 2012 was horrible. Even though people loved the videos, as far as the growth was horrible. I moved at a slow pace. I did not know what I was doing. I was just getting on camera, being my damn self. Like, I get on there, I didn't give a damn how I look. You got me how I was. If I just had on a damn what is it, a wife beater, that's what I had on, and that's what I came on camera with. Like, that's just what it was. So that's what they got from me. But you know I didn't start growing until 2013, and I stopped growing at 2016. So for 3 years, I had a space where I stopped being consistent. I was making a bunch of excuses. And on top of that, I really didn't know where I wanted to go with it. I was really confused because I didn't know what people wanted from me. So once I got my breakthrough video, I took that momentum, and that's why I rebranded myself to Scotty by Nature TV 2 years ago. And that's why most people are just now finding me. Some people think I've been doing this shit for 2 years, and I've been doing it for 12. So it's kind of like sometimes it takes other people a while, because sometimes you will sit back and you wonder why you're not taking off, because there's people that probably started off with you and then they took off like that, and you wonder why. You be like, well, what the fuck did they do to take off like that? Like, you probably feel like I'm funnier than them, or I got more personality than them. Sometimes we don't know what the appeal is about certain people.
Yeah.
Because I know when I first came in, I thought everybody was gonna like me. Everybody around me likes me. So I thought, with this big ass personality and all this other stuff, everybody gonna like me. But everybody
Mhm.
doesn't. And that's okay. You're not gonna be everybody's cup of tea. So my advice to you, and I think I've said this many a times to you before, um, you are putting out the content. I do see it all the time. You are putting out content. You're doing your lives. You're doing all kinds of things. Just continue to do it. It don't matter how many views it get. Don't focus on the numbers, because then when you focus on numbers, that shit depresses you and it just puts you in a bad place. So just
Mhm.
keep putting out your content and all of that good stuff. Cause it's like, long as you keep putting something out and long as your people have something to watch, they'll come.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It don't happen overnight.
Mhm.
It's slow. It's slower for others and it's faster for others. But at the same time, just continue to do that. And when it's your time. And when your time comes, you got to take it and you got to blast off with it and not fuck it up.
Period. That part.
Okay, so let's see. With your channel, what do you actually do on your channel? Like, what type of content do you put
What
out on your channel?
what type of content I put out? Well, definitely reality TV shows. I'm loving the vlogs. Like, I put out vlogs when I
Mhm.
travel vlogs. I really love travel vlogs. When I get to travel, or anytime I travel, I'm always gonna give my supporters those vlogs. They really like those vlogs. They really go up for them. Because they get to see an exciting person. Like, because I do, when I go to a new place that I haven't been before, I get really excited and I get really like little boyish in a way. Like, my
Mhm.
eyes are open, my eyes are gleaming. I'm looking at every building and stuff. So vlogs is another one. Um what else? What else? Vlogs. Vlogs. TV shows. Oh, and music reviews. Music reviews. I like to listen to an album and give people my natural reaction. And review them in like real time, like hearing them and giving the people my opinion on each song or the artist. Maybe I don't like an artist and I probably hear the album and I probably like, oh, that's a fire one. You know, it's
Mm-hmm.
very unbiased. I have my own little, you know, little community, you know. So vlogs, music reviews, and reality TV reviews.
Okay, so with that being said, there are people watching this. There are some people that probably know you, and there are some people that may be seeing you for the very first time. So, with that being said, for the people that are watching that don't know you and may be seeing you for the first time, why should they tune in to Aaron Wiles Out TV?
Why should um anybody who's on YouTube, every subscriber counts, every subscriber matters. Why anyone should subscribe to me is to go on this journey of go on this crazy, unfiltered, wow, like wild and crazy journey with me. Just navigating my way through YouTube and networking with these various Black content creators. You know, I am, you know, looking at different stuff and I'm trying different things. And why I really should why you really should subscribe to me is because I'm just a good time. Like I'm a genuine person. And I love to have fun. Like I'm wild. I curse a lot. So if you know don't like cursing, I curse a lot. And sometimes I'm gonna bring it back because you know, monetize and everything, you know, you can't be cursing. So I have to scale that back.
Mm-hmm.
Um I'm just a good time. Like, you know, I'm not a evil person. I'm not here for drama. I just want to have fun and build with other YouTubers. Like, I love the fact that I've met a person in particular, Bubs the God. So shout out to Bubs the God. He's a part of this series as well. Shout out to my bro. I met Bubs on
My
Scotty's channel.
ex.
Yes, I met him on Scotty's channel, and ever since then, that first video when we got introduced, um, I loved his energy. I love the way he thinks. I love how he supports people genuinely. That's another person who needs to win as well. I want Bubs the God to win as well as myself. Because I feel like there's a audience for him. Like he has an audience, and I want people to get into him as well.
Right.
And we have content together. I love the fact that I get to work with Bubs on Smash the Pass, and we have the best time over there. Just like if y'all have ever watched my me and Bubs Smash a Pass videos, please go in there and watch it. We have a great time. It's a lot of additions and everything's dope. They got rap, we got rap edition, hype, basketball edition, drag queens, and you know the list goes on.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have a new show together, which is Bigo News. And we're telling all things Bigo News right now. And it's going to be on his channel. And I'm so glad that I had the idea first. Like when we was going on Bigo, me and him said that, oh, we should do this on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't the right time because I was steady putting out content and thinking of new content. I didn't have the time for Bigo News. So I graciously and genuinely expressed the Buzz, you should put this on your channel because he brought me to Bigo. And
Mm-hmm.
we went to Bigo together and got cussed out and really got ran out of there. I'm sorry, we got ran out of there. We you know, we didn't get
I was
ran out,
there.
but it was just too much. It was just
I was
too
there.
fucking much.
I was there every time I call him. Y'all on Bigo.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm just so glad I gave him that reign to like, yo, do it on your channel. Like it's going to pop and people are already loving it. So shout out to my brother Bubs.
Okay, well, being that we're at the end, I'm gonna say this. I said this to a couple of people that's been on here. I'm not sure if I said it to everybody, but I know I said it to most people. It's always a good thing when you are an up and coming content creator and you have a village behind you. For example, when I was coming up, I had Ashley Miller, I had Bundy Blue, and I had Forest Rocks, and I had Much Love from KY. All four of them was behind me on everything. Much Love would give me advice. She'll call me on the phone. Ashley and Bundy and Rocks would always support my channel, always shout me out, sending people my way. And even with Josiah has a village behind him. He has me, he has Terrence, he has Sakina, he has Really B, he has a lot of people behind him. And you have Bubs, and you also have me. And anytime you need advice on anything, I don't really have to say this up here because you already know this already. You can
Mhm.
always ask me, and if I can help in any way, I will gladly do that. And like I said, like we're all black content creators, and I think that if there's any information we could pass along to each other, we should always be able to do that to help the other person. So I say all that to say thank you for doing this. I
Thank you.
appreciate it. And yeah, so keep doing your thing. I want you to continue to win.
Just hopefully you can edit this and I don't look crazy on here. Like put a background behind me, like make it sprucing it up like a little bit. Like,
Ain't nothing wrong with the way you look.
I'm just saying, I feel like honestly, I'm just gonna say this. I know we're like at a time or whatever, but I want to thank you just for being accessible to me and giving me time, giving us time to build a genuine relationship outside of the internet and to
Yes.
see me for who I really am. And I just love the fact that you are always been the same Scotty. Even in your growth, you are still the same sweet and person that I've watched all those years and fell asleep to. So yeah.
Well,
I had to
thank
throw
you.
it out there.
Well, thank you once again. And we are out of here, y'all. Until the next one, we'll see y'all later.